Let's bring in the great one, Mark Levin, host of Life, Liberty, and Levin on Fox News, the author of The Democrat Party Hates America, a great book. I've read it. Mark, thank you for this. I guess what are you thinking here with this insane Hunter Biden trial? You know, Mark, one point here, I hear everything you say, and I agree, but look you talked about the judge before, Noriega. She was a Trump-appointed judge. She was the one that obviously broke up this insane plea deal, which would have let Hunter Biden off of any of this stuff and wouldn't have had to go through a trial. Comparing this judge, a Trump appointee, to the sham judge Merchant in New York with the Bragg trial, it's like day and night. And I think, you're the lawyer, not me, but I think it shows you can have a good courtroom. You can have a good judge. You can have somebody that abides by the law. What you think?
Well, the issue is whether the judge is ideological or not. And people need to understand, and you understand this. In the Reagan administration, I was involved for a period of time in the appointment of judges, making recommendations for judges. When it comes to the trial level of federal judges, district courts, and this is never explained, a president often has to make a deal with Democrat senators from a particular state. And so people say this is a Trump-appointed judge. Well, maybe it was a Trump-appointed judge, but you have two Democrat senators who can put holds on other district court judges that are up or candidates for those judgeship unless the president cuts a deal. So we did during the Reagan administration. In New York, for example, we would want 3 of our guys in, but we had to agree to maybe one of their guys. And their guy was considered a Reagan-appointed judge. It doesn't happen at the appellate level. We said, no, we're not cutting any deals. It certainly doesn't happen at the Supreme Court level. So Trump-appointed judge, we need to know more about her. But from what we can see here, she's playing by the book.
Yeah.
What we can see where Merchant was, there was no book. He was a hack in a robe from day one. This is a serious federal judge who's running a trial, and you'll notice she's not interrupting witnesses. You'll notice she's not playing games, that she wants the testimony to get out. The witnesses are eyewitnesses to events that took place. And so this is played by the book.
Yep. And the other one, Mark, this is so interesting to me. Down in South Florida, in the so-called classified documents case, you have another Trump-appointed judge, Eileen Cannon. And she's playing by the book. And, the general counsel, Jack Smith, doesn't like it one bit, but she's forcing it, looks to me like the right way to run a court case. She's put everything on hold. She's just to dot her I's and cross her T's, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just saying that, some of these judges are still pretty good. The American judicial system has been battered, and the confidence has plunged under Biden. But nonetheless, there's got to be some hope someplace when you appoint good people.
Well, they don't appoint good people. That's the problem. We've got judges throughout Washington, D.C., most of whom were appointed by Obama, Clinton, and Biden. It's a disaster. If the case in South Florida were in Washington under Chutkan, none of these motions would be taken seriously. These are cases of first impression. They trigger constitutional provisions that have never been triggered before because Jack Smith is way out of his lane. He's raising issues that of first impression. So the judge wants to understand. When you have 2 former attorney generals signing onto a brief that says this appointment of Smith was a violation of the Appointments Clause, and she's trying to understand this complex issue, that matters. When you have a prosecutor that says, no, we're in a hurry, say, well, hold on there, pal. You're not in charge of this courtroom. You're not in charge of justice. You're one party. Or when you have a prosecutor who says, you shouldn't release information about the classified documents. I can tell you, Larry, we had to cut a lot of deals with a lot of very nasty spies at the Justice Department because you have a right to a public trial. And if you're trying somebody about classified documents, you got to be able to present the classified documents and discuss them, including in public, which is why this case, yet again, that Jack Smith brought is outrageous in many respects.
Yep, got it. I'm just glad that Cannon's the judge. Anyway, thank you, Mark. I'm sorry we don't have even more time.